What's up, y'all? Wow. I'm sitting here having a little conversation with my stepson, and we are looking at what he is. He's wanting to know because I mean, from like '94. I'm 67, so I'm Gen X. So we just found out from '94. Uh, what was it? '94 to something. What was it? A zillennial.
I'm right
I,
on the cusp.
that's the first I've ever heard that shit. Okay, zillennial, millennial with Gen Z. And see, okay, that's what this video is about, y'all. Is how Gen Z, the millennials, and all that are worse than fucking Nazis. You know why? Tell you why they're worse than fucking Nazis, because they got to tag and name every fucking thing. Everybody's got to have a fucking label. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like where the Nazis come up and ask you, well, where are your papers? You had to fucking show what class of citizen you were. You either had the yellow star, or you had the fucking swastika, or you were just a normal citizen or something like that. You know what I mean? Yes. Everybody had to be named, labeled some fucking way, form, or fashion like that, right? So that's what the guy I want to get to. This video is about Gen Z guys dealing with Gen Z females nowadays. Okay. Well, if you're one of those guys that you're sitting around and staring at your phone along with your old lady and all her friends, you see what I'm saying? Well, yeah. You cannot be doing the same shit that your female's doing and then think that you're an individual man. You know what I mean? You can't do it. There's not very many of them nowadays. I try to teach as many of them as I can all the time. From my stepson, my grandson, all of them. I mean, I try to teach them and show them every day, try to give them advice and everything to work, you know what I mean, to help them get through that bullshit that, because they're younger. And this world nowadays is even more complicated. But that's what I'm saying about you guys, everybody out there. All you dudes, man, you got to fucking act like dudes. You always walk around and act like you got a pair of balls between your fucking legs. You know what I mean? Stop whining and crying and bitching and bickering back and forth with your fucking old lady until it just looking at her like she's just fucking stupid. Because sometimes that's what you got to do, shut them up. Now, I mean, I've already been married, fucking divorces and all that kind of shit. But the thing is, man, is all these kids nowadays, these cats, I'm hearing more and more stuff about all the younger women are going out for older cats and everything. And I'm like, well, maybe there's still a shot. But the thing is, no, I'm not really worried about that. But the deal, is that all these young guys out there, and I see more of them that act more like their old ladies because they do the same fucking thing. They're driving down the road. What are they doing? Staring at their phone, right? Every time when you turn around, they're staring at their phone. You know what I mean? All these fucking skinny jean, and the guys have got more fucking pairs of shoes than their old ladies do nowadays. You get what I'm saying? What the fuck? I got two pairs of boots and a pair of tennis shoes. That's it, you know? So that's why I want everybody to understand that, this is coming from Gen X. And I mean, I come from a long line of, hardcore, old school mofos, man. And it's one of those things to where I see it all the time. I go out in public and there's all these young cats and everything, well, like they know something, like they are something and everything. And the motherfuckers don't even know how to tell the tire pressure in a car. You know, they don't know what a spark plug is. They don't know what a spark plug gap is. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to fucking even tell the hot side or negative side of a battery. Now, some of them do. Now, I mean, I've showed you stuff. How do you tell the difference between hot and ground on a battery, Jay? How do you tell between the hot and the ground on a battery? But how do you also tell too? The plus and the minus, right? The plus is the positive, and right, the minus is the negative. That's the hot and the ground. So see, that's little tricks like that that a lot of fuckers don't show all these young cats nowadays. So that's why I'm trying to do a little bit more on the toolbox and everything and the tools and try to show y'all everybody, anybody and everybody about what it is to know what a toolbox is, know what the tool is and what it's for, how it's used, you know. And I'm going to keep trying to do a little bit more. I've got some other videos that I'm going to do, and I've got some work that I'm going to be doing on my old 96 Dodge truck. It's got a V8 automatic transmission. This thing has over 300,000 miles in it and still runs. Yes, still runs, but I'm going to pull it out and rebuild the motor and put a cam and new pistons and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and I will show y'all, the old school ways of how to work on things. And let me tell you something, guys. If you want to be a man, go hang around men. Don't hang around a bunch of women and think that you're a man. Because I tell you straight up, I don't give a good goddamn who it is. There is no woman that knows how to tell any man or any boy how to live, and damn sure don't know how to raise a boy into a man. No woman does. No woman ever will. The only women that doing anything with their boys is putting dresses and makeup on them. Yeah. So, thing is you have to decide what kind of man you want to be. I'm the kind of man to where I can work on my own car, I can work on my own house. There's nothing that I can't do and know how to do. Nothing. Because I have applied myself and I have not let myself get dug off into the bullshit. So, yeah, I'm going to keep doing a little bit, and they're going to be called Gen X Teaches. And then I'm going to put whatever the heading is. And this one here, like I say, Gen Z, and they're women. So, Gen Z, boys to men, I don't know. But you'll know when I label this video. But I want the guys to understand, look, you've been raised by your mommies, and I don't give a good goddamn you like it or not. That's your choice and your decision to look at your life and see how everything is going in your life. And if you're going to be like one of those coward little assholes that you don't want to be around guys or whatever, then don't stand around a bunch of guys and talk like you're one of them. Because you'll open your mouth and everybody's going to know real quick, like, you're not one of the guys. Yeah. Because people know who you've been raised around, especially when you come talking around a bunch of men that have moms, wives, daughters, and all kinds of stuff that they have dealt with in their lives to know how somebody is going to talk when they've been raised by a woman. Yeah. You can always tell somebody that's been raised by a man because they got some common sense. They'll walk up to you and they'll look you in the eye. They won't question themselves because they know who they are. But guys, stop worrying about your shoes. Stop worrying about your phones. Tell you something else. This is something that I did a long time ago, and I used to tell people all the time. Get on YouTube, okay? The History Channel back in 2000, the year 2000, and before. That's where you're going to find the real tough stuff. It's going to tell you the truth. Go look up military blunders in history. Weird weapons of World War II, weird weapons, military weird weapons, mind psychological games, Things that governments have done with controlled substances like cocaine and methamphetamine and stuff like that. Yes, there's all kinds of shit on there. You start digging into stuff like that, you will start finding out all kinds of things in this world and what happens. And you think you're pissed now and you think you know something, you go look at that stuff and trust me, you'll be even more. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. It's even cool. The dogfights of Vietnam, dogfights of World War II, the airplanes and the, you know what I mean? Battleship, Battle 360. It's on the History Channel. It talks about the Yamamoto. It talks, I mean, all kinds of stuff. Battle 360. What else? Like I say, the military blunders in history is a good one. So look at Boeing airplane wing stress test. Look at stuff like that. Very cool. Find out how things are built. Learn about shit like that. There's bukus and bukus miles and miles of wiring and electronics in airplanes. So along with everything else that's going on in this world, these people, you kids, you really need to start doing something to educate yourself and not sit around and waste your time and your mind on a bunch of bullshit. Get off of all this crap from CNN that you're listening to the news and talking about the government crap. Shut up about it, all right? None of you punks know anything about it. Yes, we need to be over there in Iran. We should have been there 47 fucking years ago. Okay? But none of you 20 something snot noses is going to tell me any goddamn thing about that bullshit. Okay? I know when I was 13 years old and watched them assholes come in and take control. And then ever since then, everything has fucking went downhill. So shut up about that shit. Pay attention to what you can learn and things that you can do in your life right now instead of wasting your time on a bunch of bullshit you see on the fucking news that they get paid six figures to sit and lie to you or to us, all of us. So you see, find things to do, that just spend your time wisely. And guys, if you're going to do something, you want to be the man, learn something. You have to know more than the next person to actually get anywhere in this world. You have to. Now, I'm one of those to where I have some tough talk and shit like that, but it needs to be said. I say it to my own family members. Okay? So, but anyway, that's it for now. Later.